I've been waiting for this moment for the last 7 years. I didn't know what form it was going to take. I didn't know that it was going to be a virus per se, but I knew that eventually something had to give. What we're seeing today is the inevitable result and byproduct of 10,000 years of human activity. Viewed through a wide enough lens, it's impossible to ignore the signs sprinkled throughout history. Impossible to ignore the warnings which, by no coincidence, have been coming more and more frequently over the last few decades. To be quite honest with you, this is kind of a best-case scenario. Law and order are still in effect, the supply chains are more or less intact, and the medical system, though stressed, is for the most part handling the COVID-19 situation. There's still time and potential to avoid a full-scale collapse. We can transition in relative safety to a new model, a new system, a new way of doing things. We can take this opportunity to examine humankind's pattern of nearsighted and self-destructive behavior, identify the problems that have brought us to our current precarious position, and begin the all-important work of reformation, healing, and wholeness. My friends, the current state of affairs may appear disastrous to some. In truth, what we're experiencing today is but a prelude, a small sample of what awaits us if we refuse to amend our ways. Here's the good news. In the midst of all difficulty lies the seed of opportunity and hidden blessings. We need only water the seed in order to transform destruction into creation. In the last few years, I've encountered a number of fellow explorers who believe that we are currently in the midst of a great awakening, that humankind is drawing closer and closer to enlightenment. But here's the thing, awakening is often precipitated by a dark night of the soul. For many of us, we have to hit rock bottom before we can see through our bullshit and catch a glimpse of the truth. We're currently experiencing humankind's dark night of the soul. Crisis demands transformation. Crisis requires us to adapt, make difficult decisions, and take action, or else face the consequences. This crisis is an opportunity for us to identify and discard foolish, dangerous ideas that have been with us for untold millennia. Ideas that emerged from an ignorant and skewed point of view and which have brought us to disaster's doorstep. The dangers we face today are largely of our own creation, and they reveal the truth about these foolish and dangerous ideas I'm talking about. Climate change doesn't recognize borders. COVID-19 doesn't give a shit what flag you wave. Corporate greed, political corruption, and oppression do not discriminate, despite what we may think. Some people feel they have it better. Other people certainly have it worse. But in the end, these things will destroy all of us. The time for division and segregation is over. The time for clinging to superficial labels of race, culture, and ideology are behind us. This pandemic is rapidly eroding our precious illusions and shaking us out of a fitful slumber. Some people may choose to stick their head under the pillow and sleep a while longer, but more and more people are waking up. Beneath our cosmetic differences lies a common core of humanity, of goodness, of love, and of caring for one another. This, I suggest to you, is the solution to our woes, the opportunity within this crisis. As a species, we've come to a fork in the road. On the one side, business as usual, and the inevitable collapse of global human civilization. On the other side, a simple yet revolutionary vision. One planet, one people. The alternative is a literal dead end. So please, now is not the time for complacency. Now is not the time for distraction. Now is the time for action. Instead of complaining about your time at home in self-isolation, realize that you are exactly where you need to be. Acknowledge that millions of people in the world have it way worse than you in ways you probably can't even imagine. And assume that you have been given this time for a very important reason. Use it wisely to find and know yourself, and then to connect with the others. Start spreading the good news. There's no more you and me, no more resident and migrant, no more colonizer and native. There's only us. We're all connected. The actions of one affect all others, no matter how indirectly. No one exists in isolation. Everything about us as individuals is mixed up with other people. Many of us understand this intellectually, but now it's time for us to act on it as well. What we think, say, and do has a real impact on the world. And over the coming months, our thoughts, words, and actions will determine the fate of our species. And so before I sign off, I would like to share an ancient mantra with you. Zoroastrianism, the oldest, continuously practiced religion in the world, teaches the threefold path of Asha: good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. I invite you to embark upon this path with me and fill your days with good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Even from your sequestered hideout, even amidst your own struggles, you have the power to manifest these things in your life and help move the world one step closer to unity and evolution. Now more than ever, there are countless opportunities to help your fellow humans, even from a distance, to inspire and strengthen those who are struggling to understand and adapt to the current flow of events. So stop wallowing in boredom. Stop fixating on your fears. Stop distracting yourself. There's work to be done. Take meaningful action now. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds. This is what the world needs and what each and every single one of us can provide, regardless of our own material circumstances. You have the power to bring these things into the world no matter what is going on around you. So concentrate and focus on these three things that you can control, and let the rest of the world take care of itself. And whatever you do, don't lose hope. You're here at this critical juncture for a very important reason. You have a critical part to play in this unfolding drama, as do we all.